everyone, today I'm going to do a new video for my channel, and I'm really excited about what's kind of new, kind of not. So I do a makeup collection and inventory at the beginning of every year. So I posted one at the beginning of 2016, or 17. Whoops, forgot what year we were in. And I really like to do that, and you get kind of an overview and account of everything that I own. But I like to go into more detail, and like, in the past I've done like, oh, here's my highlighters, and I did a palette collection last May, and I'll probably do another one of those this summer, just so you can kind of be updated, because y'all know palettes are definitely the thing I buy the most of. But all of that being said, I thought it'd be fun to go by brand, because I've never really done that, and talk about everything I own from a brand and how much I like it. And I was thinking about which brand I wanted to start this little series off with. And obviously, if there's a brand you want to see, please, please, please let me know, or if you like this or don't. By all means, share your opinion. But I was thinking the brand I wanted to start out with was Urban Decay, because I love eyeshadows, and I feel like Urban Decay is the brand best known for their eyeshadows. I'm sorry, you can tell by this tail, I have hippocampus. So I'm going to start with their lip products, because I don't have that many. And then we're going to just keep going. So this is literally every single possible thing that I own from Urban Decay. So some of these might be like, really, Becky? I'm just showing you. So I own one mini Urban Decay Revolution lipstick in the shade Naked. This is a really pretty color, and I really liked this formula. This one does not have the size, but it's worth about $5. They don't make this anymore. Now they have the Vice lipsticks. And I have a couple of those, kind of. But I did really like this formula, and if you can get them, I mean, I think they're great. I have 4 from the Urban Decay and Alice in Wonderland collection. These are $18 a piece. They're my favorite. I have all of them, and I did have the 5th one, which I can't even remember the name of it, but it was like, Myrna was the name. Yeah, and it was like a pretty, like, berry shade. Hippocampus thought that was a delicious treat for him. So my favorite is Alice. It's this weird like orange with a pink shift. I just love the way it looks. And then I also love Mad Hatter. It's a bright purple. I love purple lip. And these are just really great. I think I said it already. They were $18 a piece. This is one of those collections I just posted about on my Instagram, which I haven't been posting on lately. I need to post some pictures. This is one of those collections that I look at it and it just brings me joy. I'm so glad I have it. It does a little bit bother me that I'm missing one, but you know, what are you gonna do? Then some other lip products that are sample sizes, but again, I just wanted to show y'all. I have a few samples of the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani's. These are worth 89 cents a piece, or 82 cents in case you were ever wondering. And I do like this formula. I think this is also the Vice formula. And these are really pretty. You can still get some of those shades. And then I have I have like a real sample that's valued at $7.33. And this little like foil packet sample, which is valued at $1.29. Both of the Urban Decay Revolution Lip Gloss in Bittersweet. You can get these on sale right now for $11 for a full size. And I don't know, y'all, I don't love these. I think that they're, hold on, I'm just gonna plug these in. There we go. They're really sticky, like really sticky. So I don't, even for $11. And the last lip product I have is the Urban Decay Lip Liner in the shade Ozone. So this is supposed to be a clear wax that you can reverse lip line, that helps keep your lip product in your lip line. This comes out like, let me see if I can swatch it. Do y'all see? No, you don't. It is a wax, but it has the teensy weенsiest bit of white, and I feel like when I put it on my lips, or around my lips, you can tell, which I don't like. And when I use it with these glosses, I still feel like I get a little bit of spreading, so I don't really know how much this does. And it's worth $5.40. It's okay. It's not terrible, but it's not my favorite. Alright, and then I'm going to go, I have one, I have one cheek product, and that is the Urban Decay Naked Flushed in the shade Native. These are worth $34 a piece. This is the original shade of this. I think it's pretty. This bronzer is a little orange. But it's really nice, especially like in the summer. I love this highlight. I love a pinky highlight, and that is that. And then a hot pink blush. I think it's really nice. This one was on sale for a while. I don't know if you can still buy this shade. Maybe on the Urban Decay website. But they have a few more now, and I think they're pretty. I like them, and they have a really nice formula, and they stay pretty nicely on the skin. All right, now let's get into eyes. The first thing, I made a whole video about this, and I will link that video below, is the brushes that come with the Urban Decay eye palettes. These are 5 of the brushes, and these are amazing. I use these flat shader brushes. I have 3 of them. I use these every single day to put on my makeup. I use this side to blend out. I use this to put on my crease. I put on my inner corner. I love these, and it makes me kind of like, it feels like someone punches me in the stomach when people have these. I'm like, oh, I don't want this, and just chuck them. Use them. They're amazing. So there's that. And I have a couple of kind of random-ish things, but they're all eye related. So first is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This is like just a sample that comes with like in kits and stuff, and it's $7.40. It's a nice eyeshadow primer. It doesn't give you a lot of color. This is the original. They do have some now that are tinted. But if I want to use something like this, my favorite is the Lorac Behind the Scenes. I have 2 of these Urban Decay 24/7 liquid eyeliners. They have new ones now that are heavy metal that look amazing. I don't own either of those. But these were $19 a piece, but you can get them on sale now if they're still available. And these are gorgeous. They don't have very much of a stopper, if you can see that. And I have spilled it before, which is kind of annoying. Neither one of them, right? It's not just like one's. Y'all, I just realized that it's supposed to have a stopper, because one of mine does. I have Radium, which is this beautiful bright blue. I love these. And I love to take Bobby Dazzle, the silver, go back in, and like do a double eyeline. So like this black, and then put it right next to the right next to my lash line. These are really easy to get a very exact look with, and they're glittery and beautiful. You can get them on sale for like, I think I paid $7 a piece. Like I said, they're worth $19, but I did not pay that. And the other eyeliner I have is a $20 eyeliner, and it's one of their Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencils. This is in the shade Perversion. This is the only one of these I have. I know these get a lot of hype on YouTube. This one's really black. You can't knock it for that. Definitely not. And I like it. It does, I feel like, smear a little bit on my waterline. And I was just talking about this. I'm doing a 17 and 17 project pan. I'll link that playlist down below in case you want to see it. And ever since I've started painting my Rimmel Scandal Eyes, and it just reminded me how amazing those eyeliners are, and that you don't really need to pay a bunch for eyeliner. So I wouldn't purchase this again, but it is really nice. Can't knock it. Alright, and now let's get into eyeshadows. I'm just making sure I have everything. I have 3 eyeshadow singles. One is a sample of Fireball. That's valued at $2.53. This is one of their duochrome shadows. I don't think it's got that much of a duochrome, honestly. It's like a peachy pink. I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's pretty. It looks a lot like the shade Duchess and another one of their palettes that I'll show you. I mean, yeah, it's pretty. Can't knock it. I like it. It doesn't wow me as much as some of their other things do. But I do love their eyeshadows. I mean, you'll see, I love their eyeshadows. And then I have 2 other singles. I have Lounge, which is one of their other duochromes. I did do a whole duochrome makeup video. Look at that. I mean, like, when I think duochrome, this is what I think. It's just gorgeous. You can't, it's beautiful. I love it. And I also have the shade Bender, which is in my outer corner today. This is really pretty green. Look at that. It's a nice forest green. And I actually got this for free from Ulta. And these are both $19 a piece. I got this as my birthday gift from Ulta, so that's really cool. And you can pop these out. I've done it before. They sell palettes like 4 palettes, so you can pop these out and put them in the palettes. I don't have one of the palettes though. So yeah. But there's that. So now going on to the pre-made palettes. I have a lot of Urban Decay palettes. They're one of my favorites. I think they are gorgeous. I'm gonna try not to swatch everything because I don't want this video to be an hour and a half long. So let's get into it. First is my Urban Decay Smoked palette. It's just what's on top of the stack. There's a large stack beside me. I actually just mentioned this in the products I regret buying. Not because of the quality. The quality of these shadows is amazing. You can't, I mean, like, and let's just do the black. Like, look at those. They're amazing. They're beautiful. But this palette specifically doesn't have the best color range. And I realize it's called Smoked. I mean, they're not lying to you. They're not saying, oh, beautiful, light, airy, fairy eyeshadow palette. It's called Smoked. But I do find when I use this, these are so dark, these jewel tones, that it does kind of just look like I just put a bunch of dark shadow. You can't really see all the work that you put into the shadow. I do love that they incorporated a couple of lights, like a highlight and a blending shade in this palette, but I wish these jewel tones were like a couple of shades lighter. But I still like it. Don't get me wrong. I still think it's a nice palette. It's just one that I would regret buying, and its full retail price is $49. That one's it was on sale for a while. I don't know if you can still get it. Then I just realized all of my Urban Decay palettes are limited edition. What are you gonna do? Then I have my Urban Decay Gwen Stefani. This one fully retailed for $58. I also don't think I paid full price for any of these. This is a palette that got pretty negative reviews. I felt like people were like, this is boring. And I definitely thought that when I first saw it. I had no desire. And then it went 20 or 50% off. So you're like, yeah, I'll buy it. And I love it. If you watch me, then you know I use a lot of color in my makeup, and I didn't really think I'd get a lot of use out of this. But these shades are just so nice to blend with. They're so soft, and they just work. They work well, and I love these shimmer, this pop shade. It's a little obnoxious. It's a little flaky, but it's gorgeous. I love this palette, and if you can get that, I recommend it. Next, we have the Vice 4. This is the only Vice palette I have, and it does have this like oil slick packaging that people go crazy over. I think it's fine. It's not my favorite, but it's fine. This palette is kind of set up in quints, like along the row, and they're pretty. This shade, Fastball, looks very similar to Fireball, but this shade Flame is probably my favorite. And then let's just do Grasshopper. So you can see gorgeous jewel tones, insane pigmentation. Just absolutely. I think the Fastball is actually a lot more duochrome than Fireball. They're beautiful. Again, there's not a ton of light shades to really round out your look. But like if you want a lid shade, you can grab almost any of these. This shade, 1985. Does kind of ground out a look. I just mixed it with Grasshopper. It's pretty. They're all pretty. I really like this palette as well. It retailed for $60. Then one of my favorites. Again, I talked about the lipsticks and how they make me happy. But you know the eyeshadow palette just does it for me. People complained about this packaging. It's bulky. It's big. It's unnecessary. It says, I'm not strange, weird, off, nor crazy. My reality is just different from yours. And it says on the mirror, we're all mad here. I love Alice in Wonderland. I love anything Disney, and I really love Johnny Depp. So this combination just does it for me. They have a butterfly, which is really cool. And in case you did not know, Alan Rickman is the voice of the butterfly. And he died right around when this movie came out. I don't know if they put that in there, like as not an afterthought, but if they were planning on putting that in there and then he died, or if they put that in here as momentum to him. Either way, it's cool. It's really pretty kaleidoscope packaging. And then let's talk about the actual eyeshadows. There's a couple in here that are slightly disappointing, I'm not going to lie. This shade Dream On, you have to have a glitter glue with. You just have to. With a glitter glue, it's great. There's some really nice duochromes. This Lily shade's cool. Duchess looks a lot like Alice, the like lipstick that I love, just in a, it's this one, in an eyeshadow. Metamorphosis is great. I just love them. Honestly, I just love them. I think they're beautiful. It's got a lot of pops of color, but also a lot of neutrals. Like, if you cover up like this green, like it's a pretty neutral palette. It's just got some funness, and I love it. And I would, it makes me happy. It makes me happy. Seeing it in my collection makes me happy. It retailed for $60. I do think I paid full price for this one, but I don't care because it makes me happy. All right, next we have the Urban Decay Spectrum palette. This is one of those like jewelry box packaging that people don't like because it's not very practical, honestly. But oh well, here are the shades. It's jewel tone. This is what I feel like Urban Decay is known for, your jewel tone shades. They don't do a lot of yellows and reds and oranges. They do a hot pink a lot, but this is really pretty. They're all shimmery. You know, I feel like Urban Decay is like, we do shimmery, colorful shades, and we're not sorry. And I feel like people want to critique them for that, and I get that because it can be redundant. But they don't really care. You know, they're doing what they do. And I respect them for that. This Omen shade, you can see the duochrome. Look at that. I love that shade. I think it's super unique. I love a hot pink. I love Deep End. Maybe just because I love the name too, in case you don't know, I am a marine biologist. But like, if that doesn't say, hey, I'm in the middle of the ocean, I don't know what does. I love this palette. You want a mermaid look? Look no further. Great. Gorgeous. And that full retail price, I did not pay full retail for this, was $55. Then we have the Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. This one did not get good reviews, and I didn't realize that, so I took a break from watching YouTube when I came to my master's program. And not because I was like over YouTube. I know people are having issues with YouTube. That's not what I'm talking about today. I took a break from YouTube because I was watching too much, and it was making me not productive. And sometimes you just have to, you know, you have to be honest with yourself and be like, girl, take a step back. So I gave this a really, I've reviewed almost all these palettes. Any reviews? I think I reviewed all of the palettes except maybe the smoked palette I haven't reviewed. But the rest of them, and the other ones I'm going to mention I have, so I'll link them all below. This did not get good reviews. People were saying it wasn't pigmented, and I don't understand that because I disagree. I don't like that Hatter, this orange, and this blue are in the Alice in Wonderland palette. But I think it's a spectrum. I also found out this matte white shade, which is, there's not a lot of mattes in here, but that's okay. It's called Bump, which apparently, maybe you knew this and I'm just an idiot, is like a slang term for cocaine. I wasn't aware of that. So people didn't like that either, which I get. I get that. But let me just do, I use this Calavera shade a lot. Like, I don't understand how that's not pigmented. Sketch, Blindsided, and let's go into Mean. Like, I really don't get it. Maybe people had really crap palettes and I just got super lucky. That's really pretty. That's really springtime. But I love it. I really do. I did a Do You Really Need It video on this, and you know what? I'm happy I have it. I do think, if we're being honest, I know we're not talking about this, if you have the Kat Von D Vita Loca, you don't need this. But I have both, and it makes me happy, so there you go. And then we've got two smaller palettes to talk about real quick. This is one of my newest Urban Decay palettes, and it's the Urban Decay Electric palette. This was not limited edition, but they have discontinued it. Its full retail price was $49, and when it came out, people were saying it was staining. You can only, technically 4 of these shades, these two and these two, you're not supposed to use on your eyeballs. So I was like, no, I don't need it. And then I watched so many videos where people were like, if you love colorful makeup, get it. If you love colorful makeup, get it. And I love colorful makeup, so I bought it. Half off, of course. And I'm really happy I have it. I don't know if these irritate my eyes. I really don't, because sometimes I feel like they do and sometimes I feel like they don't. But I feel like they're beautiful. And if this is still on sale, if you like color, I highly recommend it. And the last palette's the smallest one, of course, and this is the Urban Decay Ammo palette. This one's really cool, and it does, I think most if not all of these shades are, you can buy in singles. It's a nice palette. It's all shimmer, and I just feel like these, we have Sin, which is in at least the Naked one, maybe a couple of the others. I'm gonna get some water, y'all. But it's just really pretty. This Shattered shade is really cool. It is kind of duochrome-y. But it's pretty, and I really like it, and I'm glad I have it. And that's everything I own from Urban Decay. Let me know if you like this video. If you want me to do another brand, please tell me. Or if you're like, no, we're not that interested in this. That's okay, I'm not offended. You know, I love to hear feedback, and I just like to know. I always say there are certain videos I'm always going to make because they make me happy. Empties videos, I will always have an empties video. I'm really obsessed with Project Panning right now. I'm going to make those videos. But, you know, if I want your feedback, and if you're like, this is not very exciting, then tell me. I'm not, you know, and if I really love it, I'm going to be like, I get that. I respect you. I'm still going to do it. Or maybe I'll be like, okay, I'm not super dedicated to it. But if you want to see another one of these or anything else, let me know. I love to hear from y'all. It's one of my favorite things about doing this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.